There's Quinn. Getting everybody in here. And we are live. Hello, Facebook. Thank you for joining us today. It's great to see you. And for today's live, our topic will be
how we engage the entire team on all of our projects, even though we are a fully remote company.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, it's so funny every time I think about it, because I've been working here for well over a year now, and I have still met 0 of my coworkers in person ever.
Yep, me too.
I have no concept of anyone's heights. I don't know what kind of shoes you wear. There is absolutely no grid for that, which is just, I don't know. It's weird to think about because we know each other really well at this point, but we don't really have an office. We're all remote, so.
Yeah, that was like the first time I met Chris. It was kind of bizarre. It was like a weird feeling meeting him in person. It's this person you know online, and then you meet them in person. It's like weird seeing like just them existing.
Yeah, your animal brain and your cognitive brain have a moment of arguing with each other.
That's what we
your
said.
Animal
because,
brain is like, you don't know this person. This is a stranger. Put your guard up. Be careful. Watch out. They're gonna hurt you. You know, your animal brain is like, be in defense mode, but your cognitive brain is like, I know this person super well.
Yeah.
And then like after about 5 minutes, your animal brain shuts up and you're just like normal. But it is like that moment of like, do I know this person? Like your physical mind doesn't know how to listen to your cognitive brain.
It's like, this could be an imposter. This could be a ganger. Who is this?
It's really weird.
It's almost like, I know in the before times, a lot of the time, I would hear like specific radio DJs a lot, and I would create this mental image of what I thought they looked like. And then I'd see a picture and I'd be like, oh, that is not what I thought that person would look like. It's almost like that, but instead it's like, I know this voice. Like I spend hours every day listening to this voice, but the human in front of me is totally new.
Yeah, I went on a radio show like when I was 18 or something, and I had been listening to that guy my whole life. And I was like, this is like so weird. Seeing your face talk is so just, it's almost off-putting, like seeing this in real life.
Yeah, you know, the one guy I'd say that really turned out to sound exactly the way he looks is Guy Raz. I'd listened to Guy Raz a lot, and then I saw him like in an ad or something, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I thought he looked like. Like even the yellow glasses, like the yellow rimmed glasses, down to a T, and the hairstyle, like he just looks like an NPR like he just looks like the NPR guy.
Yeah, he does.
Dude's an icon.
Yeah.
Very, he looks exactly the way he sounds.
He looks learned.
Yeah.
So, now that we've had that awesome tangent about how remote work is a little bit different than physical work, and it can be really weird when the two collide, let's talk about some of the ways that we engage the whole team in our projects. Now, Quinn, I know we all use our morale channels a lot, but you especially have been really good at engaging people on our team in our general channel.
Yeah, I really love it. It's super fun. I do a lot of like questions for the team. I kind of started when I first started them doing like very like serious questions, like what's your best writing tip? What do you do if you can't figure this writing thing out or that writing thing out? And like they were all super interesting questions, but I realized it's really a lot more fun and people want to engage more if it's just like fun questions. I just posted one yesterday that's actually going to go up on our social media today, asking the team what emoji best describes their personality. That one was so fun. I think that my favorite one that I posted was what punctuation mark describes your personality. That was like the best question to pose to a group of writers. Like,
I love that one.
I think we had like 50 responses on that one.
Yeah, we had so many.
Yeah,
we don't even have that many team members. Like there was a conversation going on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, alternative punctuation became an entire topic.
It did.
We actually have a blog post
about it.
Yep, exactly.
We have a blog about alternative punctuations now. That's great.
I was gonna say, I'll go drop it in the comments. If you have not read it yet, I highly recommend it. I didn't even know about all of these, and I was a literal English major.
Yeah, I want to see this one.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about pulling this one up.
Yeah, that's really what is great about like engaging your whole team. that was a fun question. Everyone had fun answering it. And then we found a new topic that everyone was interested in that they were then able to take a turn into a blog post. Like I wouldn't have thought of alternative punctuation if I was just trying to think like by myself. So that's really the great part of it.
It was Isaac. Isaac started it. He's like, I think I'm the percontation point.
Yep.
And we're like, what the heck is a percontation point?
And then the Googling began.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? A reverse question mark. A rhetorical question.
I still think the Sark mark is
Valid
probably
point.
the one that I would use the most often. Just to
I think we're leaving
extra
soon.
I think we're leaving soon.
I think we're leaving soon. Like that point.
Soon?
Soon? Like I don't really know. Acclamation point. The stuff too small. Wait, what is it? Another word.
when you're welcoming something or acknowledging someone's honor or goodwill. So like,
okay.
like almost like an applause type of statement.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, if they could add the Sark mark to my keyboard, I would use that all day, every day.
I actually do feel like that's kind of necessary.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so I wish they would have put alternative internet punctuation on here because there is a modern way of doing that. And
that is true.
S.
/s.
Yeah.
That is
actually not really punctuation as much as it is like an improvised signal.
That's punctuation. It means the same thing. A Sark mark and -s are like a synonym, basically. They mean the same thing.
Yeah, the -s is gets a job.
It's essentially Reddit Sark mark.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe we should add a note to the blog about that. We can update it.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to get into Reddit ones, there's all kinds of Reddit ones.
We don't need to get into all kinds of Reddit ones. We could just say another version of the Sark mark frequently used on Reddit is
the certitude point.
-s. You know you're right. I know gravity is real. Certitude point.
Certainty point. Gravity's real.
Yeah. Also, if you have any favorite obscure punctuation marks that you haven't seen in this blog, drop them in a comment. We would love to add them. This was such a fun conversation to have with the team, and we'd love to talk about more.
Yeah.
I know there's a carousel post somewhere with all of our responses.
There is. It's up on all of our social, actually.
Nice.
Sick.
Yeah, that was super fun. So that's definitely a great way of engaging the team. I think another one that Chris and Connor, you've both worked on a lot, is having some really fun video projects that kind of, it's even hard to describe, but it's not just entertaining. It's almost like motivating, and it helps build that common experience and common language.
Yeah, it's morale building and, creating a language for the company, I think. Which, is really important when you're remote. You don't get those opportunities really. So you have to make them yourself.
Yeah, I think when you're remote, anytime you can get more actual FaceTime with your coworkers, even if it's through a video, that goes a long way in promoting those interactions more so than just sending a message.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the virtual office, that kind of helps too.
Yeah.
Is fun.
Yeah, just chatting.
That's become the Tetris championship of the world, actually.
Dude, it's intense, isn't it?
It is intense. Brandon is defending his crown. This will be the third week.
That's because I'm missing.
Returning champion.
It's because I've been missing. He's not ready for what I got.
Yeah, well, you better make time tomorrow night.
I must. Well, I have class until 4:30 usually. So.
Well, you can join late.
I can, yeah. I just the past couple of weeks I've had group meetings after classes.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I wonder if we should talk about moving it later. I wonder if a lot of people have those conflicts. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Something else we've done, I think, with Virtual Office that's really cool is we actually changed the day of the week we do it on. It used to be on Fridays, and we moved that to a different day recently based on a poll, because it seemed like more people would be able to make it at that time. And I think that's a really important part of having a remote company is when you do, you have to manufacture those organic engagements. Make sure you're listening to team feedback about what is most accessible to them. What is a way that they can really engage with it? If they don't have an hour for virtual office, maybe they'll be the unsung hero of building a team playlist. Or maybe they, don't necessarily have the equipment to do a great video to share on social, but they'll have a really thoughtful remark that you can make into a graphic. So really being intentional about listening to the times and days and ways that people want to engage and creating opportunities that will reach everyone is really important.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. I think also just not being afraid to like ask for engagement. Like it's hard to do it organically a lot of times because we're remote. So like just asking like, hey, everyone, I want everyone to send me a picture of this because I want to make a reel with all of our pictures. So please send a picture.
Yeah. And engaging as much as you can, when you're not the person asking the question, if you do take the time to engage, even if you're the first one and you're kind of like, I don't know if anyone else is going to do this, that can help inspire other people to engage because they'll see what you added and think, oh yeah, I have a thing like that, or oh, this person did it, I can do it too. And so really creating a culture where people start jumping in and building off of each other's ideas is really valuable as far as just helping get people engaged.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to be the person posing a question to contribute to building that environment.
Yeah. I think, a more simple way that we've done this is through sales hour, which sometimes can seem like arduous or whatever, but basically it's a time where the entire team, like the entire core team, is all supposed to be in the same room for an hour, in our gather space, in the same building, the same virtual building. That way, if you want to cross collaborate or have one of those more organic moments, it's a little easier to do that.
Yeah, it's fun, especially because we usually do sales hour in Gather, to get to literally bump into people with your avatar. It's just really fun. Like even the other day, I was going to check with Ops on something and Isaac was coming to check with us on something, and we literally bumped into each other on the way. And it's so much fun to be present, and even, hopping in there sometimes at totally random times and seeing like, oh, hey, someone else is in here. I'll like see if they want to collaborate or get some feedback on something. Having a designated space where you can just kind of chill or collaborate with anyone who's in there, I think has been really great for the team.
Yeah, and if you have a remote team and you don't have GatherTown, it is really nice. It's cool. You can get one for free. And it's a cool way to be able to have like an office space.
It's so much fun. I know they're just an image on the screen, but the bean bags are so great.
Yeah,
I love them.
The whole team loves the bean bags. They're always where everyone wants.
We just gather around the fake bean bags.
Yeah.
I love bean bags.
So awesome. Here,
that's where work gets done, isn't the bean bags?
Yeah.
This is the bean bag area right here.
Yeah, the fight for the bean bag.
Yeah, you really do. I mean, your group needs to know what you're doing.
This is where everything important gets done, is the bean bag.
This is where probably the
like,
decision
hey,
to start
break
these
off and work on this.
Yeah.
Or hey, we need to go make some more memes for social media. The bean bags are the place.
There's a decent chance that the very first time we decided to do these Facebook Lives every Wednesday was right here on this beanbag, or this one.
Chris and I have come up with some video ideas with the beanbags too.
Yeah.
Like there's been some inspiration there.
And I think that also says a lot of being able to differentiate the times. Like when we're in the break room and we're playing Tetris, we're in the break room, we're chilling, we're around the virtual water cooler. When we're in the big boardroom, that's, the whole group meeting, and being able to have those separate spaces, even though they're not a physical space, it's a great way to make sure there's room for, hey, like this is where we collaborate. This is where we're chilling. This is where we get super creative. This is where we like buckle in and get crap done. And having all of those designated areas, I think, is really, really helpful.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, highly recommend Gather. If you're not on Gather yet, this is your sign. Go do it now. It's
very
amazing.
fun.
And it's
The
free,
sign.
I think, up to 25 people in there at once, something like that. So,
I think it's 50 now.
oh, really? Even better.
Wow.
And you can change your costume. They did costumes last October for Halloween, and we had way too much fun with them. It was great.
That was so fun.
Yeah, they did
know,
a
really-
Christmas one too. I think it was just a snowman though. But it was
Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah.
Melina's been the snowman.
There might have been a nutcracker.
There was a Halloween one. That was
There
really
was a
fun,
snowman
with like vampire
and
I think
there
I
was
was
a
in
Frankenstein.
2 weeks.
Pumpkinhead.
and then there was like what looked like the zombie from Thriller, the music video.
Yes,
Like it was
yes,
like a zombie
yes.
with a big red popped collar.
That was
Yeah.
sick. Yeah, I liked that one in Dracula. It was super fun.
Yeah. There's Dracula too.
Yeah,
So
it's
once
yeah,
again,
Gather
our
is
live
cool.
stream has become one gigantic advertisement for Gather Town. Because it's that awesome. We are not sponsored, but if anyone from Gather is watching this, call us.
Yeah.
Because
you
that
like
would be
the
awesome.
vlog?
Yeah.
Would you like
Well,
a
we are also telling everyone to use the free plan, so
That's true.
we're not
That's
very
true.
good sponsored content for
not.
them.
Or not.
Because we're like, don't pay for it. Whatever you
Do
do,
not
it's free.
pay.
There's no reason to pay them.
Unless you have a team of like 100 people, in which case.
Yeah, if
It
you're a
probably won't
medium-sized
work.
company,
It seems to get a little sketchy when you have too many people in there.
it does.
They
You're
are
like, what's
getting
going
better,
on?
though. I feel like
It
every
is.
couple weeks we hop on and we're like, oh, that button's in a different place.
They improve it a lot.
But like every time we're in the like boardroom with the entire team, it's like super glitchy. And then we get on Zoom and it's like, oh right, this is what high quality video with a ton of people in the same room seems like.
I can see
Like,
your
Zoom
actual
is-
face. You're not just like a blob with dark
Blob.
ovals for
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, for big, like if you all are gonna have to be in the same room the entire time, Zoom is so much better. But if you
Mhm.
want the freedom to be able to run around to different rooms, it's fun. It's good for like those. Like I think it's good for a sales hour, but honestly, like I think that our team meetings, I think almost are better on Zoom.
Uh,
But you know, because the thing I miss too is I really miss those ceremony videos. Those were great.
We shared those on live before. I think we might have.
we shared one
Last time,
Last time we've done one of them.
yeah, we shared it with the team last time. We need to create one specifically.
We need to make
for
a new
Facebook
one.
Live.
We need to just rehaul. We need to just do it like a reboot. Like there needs to be just a new one.
Yeah, and one
Yeah.
specifically for Facebook,
Mhm.
like for our audience,
Yeah.
not for the team, but for the
That's a good
audience.
idea. We could figure that out.
So what I'm hearing is there will be a new version, because something you need to know about our ceremony video is there are what, like 7 or 8 different versions?
There's like 7 versions, I think. Yeah, 7.
No, there's more than that. There's more than that because I've
Well,
made versions
there's
of your versions.
You're right. There's 7 that I've made. There's probably like 5 or 6 that Chris has made based off the versions I've made.
And each
Yeah.
one has different little Easter eggs and pictures
Yeah.
from team moments and references.
They
And
definitely
there
get
Those
more
new ones like
nonsensical.
randomly. Like just one day we would get a new one.
New one out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you
That
guys.
was the funnest part.
It was
I
so
think-
great because you're always watching going, oh, I wonder if there's something different. There's Connor
Yeah.
riding a horse or, just some really goofy thing.
My favorite moment is the one when it's the clip of Will Smith looking through the binoculars. He's like, "Oh, that's tight," and then it's just Chris like, dancing. Clear view.
I like the one that we produced for the High Octane October.
That one's sick. Yeah, High Octane October was sick.
We play the entire metal ceremony song like a minute and 20 seconds.
It's like explosions and fighter jets and monster trucks.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. That was really fun.
It was High Octane.
And then we destroyed that office. You remember that? We like literally flipped desks.
Yeah, we flipped desks and like threw chairs and like we're just like moshing.
One of them had a glass table, didn't it?
I don't think we flipped a glass table, but
Okay, because we would have probably shattered that.
yeah,
I was
it
gonna
was a
say
wooden
that
table.
sounds like an OSHA violation waiting to happen.
It was a wooden desk and it's pretty old.
Hey, if it's for a film production, the OSHA rules get really
It gets sketchy, yeah.
Hollywood gets away with
loose.
some pretty intense like stunts and stuff.
True. We have a video floating around somewhere on social media. I don't know if it's gone up recently, where Isaac is riding a pallet and he's literally screaming OSHA violation while he
violation.
does it. And I didn't know it because it's slow-mo. And then Chris was like, oh yeah, it's an OSHA violation. I was like, are you sure? And he goes, What do you think Isaac is yelling like the whole time? That's literally what it is.
I've listened to that video once. I think it's MIA. I think it's off the grid.
It's somewhere. We should post that again. That should be our Throwback Thursday post tomorrow. That was a great moment.
It's not up anywhere currently. I know that for sure.
Well, that should
I
change.
guess it can be.
Could be.
I know it's gone up on our stories.
Mm-hmm. It's
For
gonna
sure.
fun stories.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So if you're not watching our stories every day, you're missing out on.
Yeah, you are
Easter eggs
missing
like
out.
that.
It may or may not be there ever again.
Who knows?
If anyone from OSHA is watching this, Isaac is an owner in a K1. He's not a W2, so don't sue me, bro. we're starting to get big enough where that's starting to work.
We are, yeah. We're starting to get big enough where it's like there's now people watching.
Like,
Back in the good old days, you could do anything you wanted.
Yeah.
You could just blow up a factory, or you could ride a palace.
Blow up a factory, Jesus! I
Dynamite.
never did that.
Well, one day if we buy a warehouse that's abandoned for a video, we can just put some dynamite sticks in it.
Actually, you can hire an actual demo team to legally and safely demolish a building.
You're right. So
There you go.
awesome.
I've seen one be demolished before. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you just might want to
Video.
make sure they do implosion versus explosion, depending on how close you are to other warehouses, because that could get really messy really fast.
Well, that's
No,
why you
you're
hire a
right.
professional demo team. They know how to do all that crap.
Yeah, I don't think Chris
Connor and I aren't
have-
going to be buying TNT. That's not going to happen. But
It's for
actually,
a video.
I don't think you've ever been there, but High Tech is right next to a bunch of quarries back there, like a place where we film a lot. And they do use dynamite to blow up the the stone in the quarries to break it up. And like when it's not that far either, it's like 200 yards. So when that goes off, it shakes the whole building.
That's sick.
Wow.
It's crazy, and you just hear like and like the whole building shakes, and it's like, what is that? It's like, oh yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
think-
the quarry.
I think
It's
our
just
video
so
team
easy.
search history is probably kind of like, that the memes where it's like, don't worry about it, I'm a writer, and it's like a Google search history of like how do murders work and a bunch of really questionable things. I feel like the video team is probably like that, but more with explosions.
Yeah,
And
we get
stuff
like weird inspiration. So I'm
What's
sure
the
we would look
legally largest
suspicious.
explosion that we can have without hiring a professional demolition team?
Yeah, like what is
What is the legal limit?
how
In
much
Indiana, it's
TNT?
probably pretty high.
How much gunpowder can we use?
How much?
That's
What's the weight?
What's the legal limit?
We
I
could
feel
go
like
into
I feel like with searches like that, though, you just end up on a watch list.
yeah. The FBI is just like, oh, okay,
Oh.
there's a new one, and
Yeah,
they're
if
like,
we want to be able to fly to events when we start doing those again, we might want to be careful about that.
yeah, I don't want OSHA showing up and being like, you guys can't be here anymore.
Or the TSA being like, you guys have done way too much research on explosions.
And it's like it's for a 4th of July team.
It's like, have a fun
But
road
those were
trip,
actual
you're not
fireworks, though.
flying,
Those were
not
fireworks.
today.
Those were actual fireworks, by the way.
Yeah, which we're allowed to.
Pre-packaged, league,
Fireworks.
100% league well.
Yeah, I don't think we would make our own fireworks. I don't even
No.
know.
No.
Like
And to
just buy
be
the
clear, Chris
prepackaged
and
ones.
Connor are in Indiana. This was not us
Yes.
in Illinois doing it. They're in a
Yeah, we
state.
can buy them and shoot them off. There's kind of code on when you can shoot it off, but
Yeah, you can't shoot it off 2 a.m.
yeah.
That was
And
the
something
gap
which
dog
like
focus
so
one.
Like I wouldn't do that anyway. Like what?
Why? For what reason?
What an animal.
Yeah, it's like okay, filming today. We're meeting at 2 a.m. to shoot the shot.
night
Meet
shoot.
me at the parking lot. Totally not
That is
doing
something
anything
Chris and I would do
sketchy.
though, probably.
Yeah, but for a different reason.
Yeah, not to shoot fireworks. We shoot to get like a
No. It'd be like a specific shot. Like the full moon is like at a perfect spot at 2 in
Yeah.
the morning.
we wouldn't
and
be
like,
like, hey,
so-
2 a.m, meet up.
We're gonna do a Halloween ad with the full moon. I could see that happening actually. It's
Yeah.
meeting up in the middle of the night to do like a Halloween film to get
Do
a good
werewolf
angle.
ad.
Werewolf
idea.
hat.
That's a good idea.
You're dedicated werewolf.
It could be like, this is your blog, and then you turn into a werewolf, and this is your blog content.
I don't know if you'd want to use Content Cucumber if you turned you into a werewolf.
Let's start doing Thriller.
I'm hearing the next
So those
video.
are zombies. I don't think werewolves did that. I think that's zombies that did that.
Maybe for next Halloween. We need to focus up on the next big event, which I don't know what that next big event is, but
we'll figure it out.
All right. Is there anything else we want to share about getting everyone engaged in projects as a remote team?
No. I think we crushed it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, have an awesome Wednesday, everybody. Remember to drop any obscure punctuation marks you really like in the comments. We did post that blog, and we will see you next Wednesday. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.